Next up, I want to show you something very cool, adding in something called a more tag or a more link. Let me sort of explain exactly what I'm talking about, and then we'll actually go and add this into one of our posts. As always, what I'm going to do is I want to preview my live blog. So I'll hold down Command here on the Mac or Control on the Windows side, and then go ahead and click on that Visit Site button up in the top left corner of your dashboard. And of course, inside a new browser tab or a new browser window, your live blog appears. Now, no doubt you've seen this on other blogs in your travels where you're surfing around and you come to a blog, and rather than that blog showing the full post on the front page of the blog, it might just show perhaps the first paragraph or two of the post, and then they'll have a link that says something like, click here to read the rest of this post, or click here for more, that sort of thing, right? Well, that's exactly what we're talking about here. And this does start to sort of gradate, if you will, into blog customization. So if you don't want your blog posting the full posts, or displaying the full posts, I guess I should say, on the pages inside your blog, you can set up this basic customization. So let's give this a try and see how it works. Okay, so I'm going to go and close out of this preview tab and head back into my dashboard. Over on the left-hand side, make sure to expand the Posts menu, and then go ahead and click on the Edit sub-item there. And then go ahead and click on the Welcome to my new blog post. Go ahead and click on that guy. And of course, that brings us into this editing mode here. And once again, I'll just expand things out a bit so we can see what's happening. There we are, something like this. Now, as far as adding in this thing called a more tag or a more link, you can add this tag in wherever you want inside your post. So if I just scroll down a little bit here, perhaps I want to add it just before my bulleted list, or maybe I want to display that bulleted list on the the opening page of my blog, and then after that bulleted list, I want the more link to appear, right? So you can have this tag show up wherever you like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add this just above my bulleted list. So what I'll do is I'll just place my insertion point, my cursor there, just after the sentence "will also be," and then we have that full colon there. And then go ahead and hit Enter on your keyboard. And then up on your toolbar, now not on the kitchen sink toolbar, which I still have turned on here, by the way. I'm going to go and turn that guy off just for simplicity's sake. But on the regular standard formatting toolbar, that's what we're after. It's this guy right here, Insert More Tag. Go ahead and click on that guy. And something kind of strange happens inside our post. We get this sort of horizontal rule showing up with a little piece of text there reading more. That's it. Really, that's all there is to it. So now that we have this more link added into our blog post, let's go and check it out on the live site. So don't forget, we have to update our blog post before we go and preview everything. So if I scale back my browser window here, I'll just go ahead and click on Update there, of course, in the top right corner. Go ahead and click on that guy. And of course, WordPress will tell you that your post has been updated. All right, let's go and see what we get here. So once again, that Visit Site link way up in the top left of your admin interface, go ahead and Command click or Control click that fella. And of course, that'll bring up your preview tab here. I'll just flip over. And there we are. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. Welcome to my new blog. There's the first paragraph, and then there's our more link or our more tag. And this is extremely cool. So if I go ahead and click on this, then what that does is that actually links me up to the actual blog post, and it actually scrolls me down to where I had left off reading. In other words, let me explain what's happening here. I'm just going to back up here one screen inside my browser window. Let's say, for example, someone comes to my blog and they start reading this post and they read all the way through the first paragraph and they get to the end of that and they want to continue reading. Well, they can click on this link here, and that link not only takes them to the blog post, the full blog post, I should say, but it drops them right into the post where they had left off reading. In other words, if I scroll up, there's that previous first paragraph that the visitor had presumably already read. So there you go. So as you can see, adding in a more link is extremely easy. It's extremely straightforward. It adds a lot of usability to your blog as well. And once again, if I back up here and go back to where you and I just were, Below that more link, of course, we still get posted in and then some metadata here. There's the uncategorized, we can edit it, and no comments, just like we had before, right? So once again, if you want to add in that more link inside your edit post screen, I'll just expand this out here a little bit. All we did is we clicked where we wanted that more link to show up, we hit enter, and then it was this fella right here, this insert more link icon on the formatting toolbar. If you want to get rid of these guys, all you do is you just single click on it there. You can see it selects as an object, and then you can just hit your delete key if you'd like to get rid of that. Now, I don't want to get rid of mine, so I'm just going to undo that. I just hit Command Z or Control Z on the Windows side to undo one step. So there you go. There's your more link or your more tag inside WordPress.